So, as most of you know, that I'm on the streak on making myself bankrupt by taking these international exams, which are fucking expensive. So, going through this shebang, I actually came across one exam called Oxford ELLT, English Language Level Test. So, when I was going through the details of this test, I got to know that this is accepted by universities in the UK. So, maybe this could help you if you're struggling with IELTS. This can be an easier alternative. And plus, you do not have to go through the pressure of being in an examination hall because this can be taken from home. Nonetheless, keep this in mind that there is no chance of cheating because the proctoring is fucking, I would say, strict. And the speaking test on top is something I'll tell you what it is. So in this video, I'll just make you aware of this test a bit if you are not. And of course, I have no idea regarding what the universities are. And so I will show you where the list is. So maybe this could turn out to be something useful for you. So first of all, this exam costs 80 pounds, as you can see. And what happens is that I actually do not prepare for these exams. I just take them on my uh, previous experience and all. So still I'm scoring well. I have not seen a disaster till now. But of course, I have not been able to touch. I have not been able to touch the pinnacle also because sometimes you need to go through the descriptors and the uh, you know pattern of the exam. But I do not get that much time because I have classes also. But still, I want to take this exam so that I can be someone out of the league. So again, the components are the same: reading, listening, writing, and speaking. But what happens is that I'll tell you first you book the exam, 80 pounds, and you can use this website to know the functionality of this exam, as in what universities are, you know, associated with this one. So maybe these are the universities and all. So you can apply to them using this exam. And of course, this is something that is going to be your domain after the video. I'm just going to make you privy to the exam and how it is easier, but not at all very easy, easier than IELTS, mostly because of the fact that you can take it from home. The level of reading, listening was not as, I would say, it was not paradise at all. So if you may see now, so first you book the exam and then they give you the authority to take the listening test and the reading test. I think they are equally, you know, they are made available at the same time. So you can take the listening test. In the listening test, I had not gone through the format and also I did not know that I would have to tackle. Okay, first is reading. Sorry, first is reading. Sorry. Yeah. So reading, I was not aware of the fact. I I did not check the structure and also I was not aware of the fact that I would have to deal with two passages. And as in there was a timer for sure, 40 minutes, I guess. And let's see the format in its entirety. One sec. Yeah, 40 minutes. And there are two passages. There were blanks. No, there were true false. There were, I had to match the things as we do in IELTS also. And there was this something regarding, hopefully MCQs were there. So something of that sort, matching true false and all those things. And then came listening. Listening was a bit of a problem bit of a problem to me because, as I said, I was not privy to what I was going to deal with. So it fucked me a little in the real exam. As in, there were two conversations, one a bit academic, one a bit conversational, and you could play the audio twice, either of them. But the questions were all MCQs and they were a bit, I would say, inference based. They were not like IELTS in the fullest essence of this exam, of that exam. So a bit more difficult than IELTS, but I found, because I took it without any preparation. So maybe when I prepare, or if I may have prepared, I might have found it easier or something. But let it be. I'm a stupid guy. So as in, there were about, I think, 14, 15 questions, maybe with an error range of plus minus 1 or 2. So the conversations were not, you know, very easy. The first listening test was more like the fourth part of IELTS, and some questions were actually carrying 2 marks and all. So I actually underperformed in listening in this test. I'll show you the result. Then came writing. Writing was that you were given a task and you had to write an essay pertaining to that. The theme was very, my theme was like, the best things in life are free. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So I had to write an essay. There was proctoring going on. They had this system that I could not, you know, shut the window or go to any other tab to cheat or something. It was all very much proctored, and I had to write only one essay using that thing, and I think the word limit was 250 to somewhat, maybe 300, and I think I wrote 260 or something. So again, the format was the same, as in you had to support your points with the reasons and examples and blah blah blah. But the biggest clincher here is the speaking test. What happens is that when they have seen your writing test, they will assign you an assignment. I open up the question paper. Wait. Yeah, as soon as you're writing, task ends, you get this option to book your slot for the speaking test. And what happens in a speaking test is, of course, the first thing is a bit easy. You introduce yourself and something regarding yourself at the start that is quite banal. Nothing that is very different from the IELTS component of the same dimension. But comes part two, where you are given this presentation beforehand. You will receive the question paper, I think, on that day only, when you have, completed your writing test and booked your speaking slot subsequently. So you have to prepare this presentation, and then what happens is that you are asked some questions from your essay. So she will consider, as in mostly she, or maybe a he also. So my examiner, what she did was, she asked me questions from my essay. So what I had written, she asked me, as in, what is the reason for your writing this? What is the reason for your writing that? Okay, use this word. What is the meaning of it? So nothing that you could cheat in regard to. It is all something. If you have written the essay, only then can you answer the questions that are going to be there in the third part of this speaking test. I am a bit upset with them, because I wrote them an email also, but they never replied. They said fuck off, in their minds, of course. So as in, they gave me, okay, the highest is C1 plus. I show you my result. Yeah. So the highest point is C1 plus, but they gave me reading. I knew I had fucked up a bit in the second part when the timer was toward getting extinct, and listening, I knew I had done something very stupid. Writing, they gave me C1, but they gave me a reason for that, that you had not used a certain kind of structure. So I understood. With speaking, they had not given me any kind of a mistake. They had written all positive about it. So if you read, no, in writing they have mentioned that you have not done one thing. So I thought, okay, then you might have given me C1 in place of C1 plus for that. But speaking, they have mentioned that it is all glory. Then why didn't they not give me a C1 plus and actually give me, you know, this C1, a point, I would say backward, but it's okay. See, yeah, I was at the format point. So if you have written the essay yourself only, then can you do this thing? And also they um, check the, you are being recorded while you're taking the exam. So it's no um, as an opportunity to cheat that you can make me write the essay or something, because if you look here or there, or and they take control of your laptop also. So whatever is going on in your laptop is going to be under their supervision. So do not act smart or anything. And speaking also, if you have not done the essay yourself, you are going to be screwed by the person. And then I of course wrote them an email in regard to my query regarding what made me score a bit lower in the speaking test. But they said, as I said, Mara, mm, you have said that I have missed out on a grammatical feature in writing, thus my score is not perfect. However, there is no fault mentioned in regard to speaking. Thus, what made it a C1 and not a C1 plus? Maybe I'm too insignificant, but that's okay. I have, other glories to bask in, so it's okay. Fine, you can go through the format of this exam. You can look at the sample questions and all. The reading part is not very different from um, you know, the reading part in IELTS. And I actually found the reading comprehension afterward. It was there in one of the Collins books, Collins IELTS books, and uh, the questions were the same, but I found it afterward. So it can be an opportunity for you, because you have to prepare less. You have to go through a little less, I would say, stress, because IELTS is very intimidating. I hate that exam. And also the evaluators are not very fair all the time. So scrutinize this exam, go through its nitty gritty, see if it suits you. And if it suits you, thank me later by subscribing to my channel and liking this video and sharing this video. Bye.